I don't know if I don't want to say a disorder, but maybe like a mental defect, to where if I see a certain video pop up, when I'm just sitting in the living room, going through YouTube, and I see a certain kind of video pop up, I have to see it. It's not something that I know I'm going to love. I can always wait on that. It's something that I know is going to be really fucking bad. And especially when it has a title that you would think it would have to like live up to. You know, like you see something like The Science of Sketch Comedy. Interesting. I wonder who made that video. Is it Bob Odenkirk and David Cross maybe, or someone at SNL? No, it's Steven Crowder. Interesting. The Science of Sketch Comedy. And I had to watch it. So I got like maybe halfway through this. I have not finished it. And then I said, I have to show this to people. I have to share this because I've now witnessed half of this thing. I don't quite know how it concludes. I have a few guesses. We'll see what happens. But I had to share it with you all. And before I do, you should know, and you probably can't see this from here because I have a really professional setup, guys. 31,000 views on that. This is a guy that had a huge audience. Video came out of him berating his pregnant wife and like screaming at her and telling her she couldn't take his car to go to the store to get him shit. Again, she's like pregnant at the time. And that made him look really, really bad. So he lost a lot of followers. And I don't think it's because his audience was necessarily against yelling at women. I think it's more, because if you haven't seen the video, please watch it. It's less that he yelled at his pregnant wife and more in the whiny fucking way that he did it. I really think that's what it was, because I remember following this and just seeing his audience plummet. I honestly believe he could have punched her in the stomach and killed the baby in not most, but I would say he would have kept more of his audience than he has now. But when he started yelling at her in this whiny, nasally voice that I won't actually try to recreate it, because I can't do it justice. Just look up the fucking video. I hope she takes him for everything, which I can't imagine is worth that much considering where he's at now. But I've enjoyed watching his downfall. I haven't seen anything from him in a while, but I started this video, haven't finished it, and then I decided I got to share it with you guys. So we'll see if this can go on Instagram. It's probably going to be a little too long for that. It's only like a 10-minute video, but I'm probably going to be stopping it quite a bit. I know I will at a couple points because I've seen half of it, and we'll just see what happens. And I'm not smoking until it's cool, by the way, but this, yeah. You're going to fucking see. You're going to fucking see. If you haven't seen a Steven Crowder video, strap the fuck in for the science of sketch comedy. Get ready, folks.
Okay.
Of sketch comedy.
My name's Crowder. Commander. I thought I was Crowder's leader. So sketches, a lot more goes into them than it might seem. It's way more
I find that hard to believe.
Involved than I thought it would be. It starts off with the writers.
I do write sketches to screw with people.
And also, I should mention, I don't know who this guy is. I know who Nick DiPaolo is, and Nick DiPaolo is like a real comedian. He actually like was on Sirius. I know he had a show with like Artie Lang and stuff, which, you know. But he's a real comedian. I don't know who these guys are. I'm just going to be honest with you. But I can't imagine this is a lot of star power. I'm just going to be real with you.
Like Gerald.
See, it's Pirates of the Caribbean, but he farted. And there's a little black boy for some... I don't understand what they're doing. I mean, this is one of those things where, like, I'm wondering why they made it. Because it's like, I can't imagine there's an audience member that they have that is just watching it for the funny. You know what I mean? Like, it's all for the political thing. It's all because he's a conservative and he's edgy and, you know, his pronouns are God bless America or some shit. Like, I get... that I can at least understand. I can't imagine there's somebody who disagrees with him and like hates Trump, but is like, you know what? They're funny. So I guess I'll watch the Huckleberry Finn Pirates of the Caribbean thing that they probably spent way too much money on. But it's just, I can't, again, why? No one is watching him for the fucking skit. There's no way there's somebody watching this for the funny, for the comedy of it. Like, hey, I hate Trump, but this guy, he makes me laugh. He did a fart thing. Did you catch that?
Wardrobe, props.
I mean, I freaked out when I got here and I saw the production level.
I'm sure he did.
Wardrobe. I've done shows at NBC and ABC. They don't have that much wardrobe.
Which, sorry to pause. Steven, for whatever reason, in almost every video that he has, wears a dress in every sketch. Which again, hey, no problem. Nothing wrong with that. Except his whole thing is Men should be men, women should be women, and I'm an alpha male. Well, if you're the one wearing fucking dresses in like everything you do, kind of fucking weird. It's not really owning the fucking libs. So I don't think he does that as much anymore because a lot of people who used to work for him have also said he did that, flashed his penis at all the other men who worked there, would put his dick on them while they were sleeping and stuff. It was just a very, not good. And I don't know why he's not just open about it. I hope his wife takes everything from this guy, which I can imagine is not a whole lot. I mean, if you add it up, move the decimal point here, divide that, please excuse my dear Aunt Sally, it's probably a cool $8,000 she's gonna get out of him by the end. But God bless her, and God help those fucking kids if she does not get custody, because this dude is a freak.
I realized what he was capable of. And so I was writing things like, oh, we can do that. Can't do that. And John goes, like, why not? I'm like, because, it's got these multiple shots, and the part of the movie is a parody, and we gotta bring this, and he's like, that's not for us to figure out. Okay, we'll see if that gets made, and then sure enough, it's amazing. I'm like, what?
Why would that be hard?
There's so much that goes into
That wasn't that much.
20, 30-second clip.
Hey, it's your friend Colonel Slanders.
Colonel Slanders instead of Sanders. You get it? It's Colonel Slanders. Like, could you imagine doing this at like an open mic? Could you imagine somebody going, hey folks, imagine it's Colonel Sanders, but he slanders people. And it might look a little something like this. And then they do the whole turn. Like, this is garbage. And like, the thing is, like, certain shit like this, like you see it in old TV shows and stuff. You're like, okay, I understand that. Like, I could see this being on morning radio in like the 80s. And like people driving to work be like, oh yeah, it's Colonel Slanders. I dig that. But like, you have so many choices of what to watch. Who the fuck is watching
We've
this?
done so many good things here. What was the one when he was my psychiatrist?
Named O'Connor, who I couldn't help but picture in the back of my mind as the minute that Nick DiPaolo saw in my Rorschach test.
So funny.
See you again in 2 months?
I like that that money's a lot. That's fun, because I get to be a little wild.
And Josh, Killer.
Take a lot of hits. I do take a lot of hits.
I don't want to be a party pooper, but he didn't hit that phone. That sound effect was fake.
Still gonna call.
Just so you know, viewers.
Billy the Magician is probably my favorite.
Like, what? Who's like? Is there anybody that's like, boy, I hope they do a Billy the Magician sketch? That's my favorite. Like, I just don't buy it, dude. Like, who is this shit for?
And the best part, right, we gotta one of those models, we have a lot of stuff we do for each other. So every time we do that bit, it's about a $30 bit.
Wow.
Oh, the other thing is Crowder with his impressions. I know he did a few voices.
Back in the day, someone like Kamala Harris would say, I get sesame seed bun and French fries, but not
It's okay. It's about. I'll be. You know what? I'll actually give him credit on this. That's about as good of a Kamala Harris impression as a white guy could do. Like, I would be surprised if it was good. I'll give him that.
I get Donald Trump going like, oh, she loves French fries. So
That Trump is really bad.
get enough of
That is fucking horrible.
She just goes to the machine. I guess French fries, onion rings, Popeyes.
I can't believe how talented he is, and I'm not just kissing his ass because it's way too hairy to swing.
I'm sure he knows that. He has visual confirmation of that whole thing. I'm quite sure. He does these impersonations. I swear, you think of him as the real people. I need to get a soundboard. 'Cause it's weird if I just do that out loud.
I could just
What was that supposed to be?
and he will just run with it with an impression.
CEOs financially armed to the teeth.
I'm doing a brand.
But like, what? Like, there's no character.
Josh was doing a way better brand. That was.
Who's doing Brando? Like, I would watch.
I'm all right. You talking to me?
They didn't even put it in there. They teased it.
He also was the first guy to go see the midget.
Nick has no
The midget?
getting himself into.
What?
He just goes in there, they roll clips, and he rips. And that's amazing to watch.
The view. About the view. Like a horse fish.
We literally
Also, that's not Steven Crowder laughing. He's reading the divorce settlement. He's realizing my empire of shit is going to be cut in half. And they'll probably not... They'd probably actually have my production value by the time this is over. I hope.
People asking
To God.
and then let Nick answer, and it's so funny.
Don Lemon have to walk around in a gay nightclub and ask those chaps.
Because Don Lemon's gay.
He does that one take.
That's it. That's all they gave you. This is the best that they had. Like, they didn't just take, all right, from one day, we're just going to show you what we had. This is, I'm assuming, months. Like, this is a whole fucking thing. This is a docu-series that they produced. This is the best they have, guys. Don Lemon and assless chaps. Because he's gay. You get it, right? Because he's gay? Yeah. It's because in case you missed it, this is smart comedy, folks. Okay? It makes you laugh and think. So not everyone's going to get it.
And I'm like, dude.
This shit is awful.
Bro, I can't believe
Yeah, great silence. Just what I thought.
There's not another place in the industry where you can just change your role or say, hey, I want to try
Well,
the show today, or I want to run audio, or you get to contribute.
nowhere else in the industry can you work the camera. Like, what is this shit?
for a show.
And I'm not an expert, but what is this? Like, someone out there, please fucking explain to me. Why the fuck you watch this? Please. If I put this on YouTube, anybody, please, God, if you like Steven Crowder and the sketches, please fucking tell me why. I'm legitimately trying to figure it out. I'm not trying to fuck with you. Like, I think it's like, I think a lot of it's young guys. You know what I mean? Like, when I was young and I had a YouTube, you know who I thought was hilarious? The Amazing Atheist. Thank God that lasted maybe a year, and then I was like, no. Like, I would never revisit that shit. I would never try to watch that again, because I know it's crap. But, like, it can't just be, like, are you just living in a bubble and you think this is it? Because if you want conservative comedians, there are funny ones out there. Like, this is not it. What the fuck are you doing? Like, get help. Meet women. Stop watching this shit. Please. Hopefully, we won't have it much longer, but... I gotta quit talking or this thing's gonna be like a 20-minute video.
Don't let the IRS take advantage of you.
They just took the Wicker Man thing. So this is the part I haven't seen, so I'm gonna have to...
Goes into producing that. Look at the meal separately.
Oh my God.
A lot about what goes on behind the scenes of the last, what they call it, 3.5.
And this is one of the people that I'm assuming cries in a closet because they have a fucking NDA that he makes people sign. Ever since people talked about how he shows his dick to everyone. So, you can just tell they're just a bunch of guys having fun. It's not creepy.
Everything from the keying, the compositing, the sound
Oh my
design.
God. That took time.
People would take months and months to achieve.
No, it wouldn't. No, it would not. Who the fuck? This would take someone months to do this, like, stupid thing of 300 or whatever the fuck, where we went, scream or something. I don't even fucking know what they said. It wasn't funny, so it's not worth going back and figuring out. That's not hard. Anybody can do this. Holy shit. We're only halfway through this fucking video. I gotta quit pausing
We're
it.
trying to do all of it. We're trying to be factually accurate. We're trying to be funny. And then you're trying
They're
to...
failing on every count so far.
Information that people can use. And to do all of those things, and on top of that, record a bunch of sketches.
Absolutely relevant.
Oh, and they're wearing a skirt. Oh,
It's just everybody's so different.
wonder what the joke is this time. Maybe Steven will fuck him in the ass for the finale. Like, what is the fucking point of this?
And what a thick skin that guy's got.
You know what? It's a great room. First of all, Steven can slip into any character at will, no matter what we're talking
I already said it.
It's sort of.
He does these impersonations, please quit.
And Gerald is...
Why is every character he has gay? Weird. Why can't Steven Crowder impersonate a boss that doesn't show his penis to people? Because if he could do that, if he could slip into that role, he would have a lot more fucking money left.
And being able to read people. I've known him for, what, a couple he is now, I have no idea. He'll get mad at me if I make a
So
joke.
bad.
Oh,
It's sad to watch
shocking.
Nick DiPaolo in
And then
this.
he'll hit a Holocaust joke in there.
Yeah, thank you. So I can't figure him
That was that a Holocaust joke?
Josh is naturally funny and he can do characters.
God, dude.
And
These people are bums. Like, this is so bad.
Shasha, still not nearly as gay, but also gay. Options are limited.
Noodles just jumped in there. I was in a rhythm.
I have to pause for a second. So, Stephen Crowdy, if you haven't seen this, because I'm a freak, so I already know about this. Dave Landau used to work for him. He's a comedian, okay? He was like his second chair, co-host. I don't really know. Stephen Crowdy had a button in this little, like, studio that he would hit so Dave Landau would stop being so funny, because Stephen was, like, insecure about that. So keep in mind, okay, when you watch this, these are the people he got that I guess he feels aren't as funny as that guy. Because he came out against him and has talked about it. And
they were all like guys.
it's freaky.
And,
Like, just quit.
for good mix.
Like someone on an island who hasn't eaten in a while and your friend turns into a hot dog.
Penises.
Guys, do you have a wife, Mark? Please.
Comedy's probably one of the most important things that the world is desperately in need of right now.
The viewership is in need of it. And
For me, the best part of working here is a challenge. Doing all that we do in the time that we have it.
uh-oh.
Problems.
Hey, maybe he's going to show us his balls again. Or put his dick in somebody's mouth.
Do it with people that I
Like, what the what is this?
More like a family here. It just sounds so fucking cheesy.
That's family for you.
Thing to say, but
Yeah.
yeah, like I-
Sexual harassment around the dinner table. Just great.
Really, people do like me, although I am the person on staff that Joe was in bitten repeatedly.
So he's the HR character, I guess. Which, it's funny because he actually really needs an HR person for his people who he fucks over and shows his penis to.
That love, that matters. My kids.
Are you shitting? Hold on. Back up.
Security.
'Cause
when I'm on stage, I love it. Doesn't matter where.
It should.
This is just nothing but fun.
It's great. Do something that love, do something that matters. My kids see something that they can do, something that's actually realistic. Like I never had that growing up. I never thought it was realistic to be an entertainer for a living. You know, I thought it was crazy. I think that's important to see. To see your parents work hard and get what they want, rather than what I saw in my father, which was work hard and get what you get.
Holy shit. Can you imagine being that guy's dad and watching this? You're like, are you fucking kidding me? He works hard and he got what he wants. And that's great for his kid to see. He can look at his daughter in the eye, who's gonna see this and say, honey, if you work as hard as I do one day, your boss, who's divorced and is losing everything, will show you his penis, and then you'll get paid. And then you'll also probably have to donate plasma on the side because there is no fucking way that this guy is paying anybody well. There is no fucking way. If I was that guy's dad, I don't know if he's Italian. You know what? It doesn't even matter. His dad should kick the shit out of him.
Something that's actually realistic.
Seriously, hit him.
I never thought it was realistic.
Hit him in the fucking face. Because that is the worst shit I've ever heard in my life.
I think that's important to
It's
see.
disgraceful to say about your own dad.
Work hard
Horrible.
and get what they want, rather than what I saw in my father, which was work hard and get what you get.
Yeah, he was a hardworking man. Fuck him. I go to work with Steven and I bend over and act gay all day. Hooray! Alright. We're hitting like the 20-minute mark here. You get the idea. I'm getting a phone call, so I gotta stop. It's my wife. But, fuck him. This has been the show. I'm gonna do more or something with actual guests. I'm gonna put a little logo. We're gonna figure it all out. But until next time, I'll see you.